Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to the second part on how to model a kitchen, and let's continue. So at the last part I was notified you by a message that you should save your progress. So just go over File, Save Scene As, and don't worry about where Maya will save it, because you already set Maya to save this in your project folder, kitchen. So it will direct you to the scenes folder inside the kitchen folder. So there you can name your project and save it. Okay, after you give it a name, just click on Save As and that will be saved. So let's continue. So now we are going to decide what are we going to do first with the lower part. We definitely need a sink in this kitchen, and we can decide to do two sinks or maybe some other things. So let's maybe start with the closet. As I told you, I want to break this part to two in order to create two doors maybe, or yeah, let's continue with this. So first right click on this object, choose face, and choose this face and this face. Okay, and then no, you know what, first let's do something else. Sorry about it, we need to think before we're doing something. So let me explain this. We can go over edit. We can go over right click on this object, choose edge, and let's choose this edge. So I click once on this edge, shift double click on this one in order to loop my selection around this object, okay, with the edge loop. Okay, so now go over edit mesh and choose interactive, no, insert edge loop tool. Okay, so let's see, we get message click drag on the edge. So this is the edge we want to no, undo this. Maybe I will get closer. No, undo this, sorry. Offset, okay, sorry, it was offset. So when you choose an edge and then offset, you get two similar edge loops which relying on this edge, the one that you clicked. Okay, so don't release the left mouse button until you decide where you would like to those two edge loops to be. Okay, so let's say here it's okay, release, and it will add an edge loops, two edge loops in both sides of this middle edge loop. Okay, now let's try this again with this edge loop. We are going to click on it and you can see they're appearing. Now we need to make sure it's the same, so try to stay somewhere at the same distance from this object in order to see it better. And now we actually created here two, here two. We need to create two more here, so click on it and drag it. You should drag it from up to down or in reverse in order to determine what the distance will be. Okay, so I think this is too much, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's too much, so undo this with Control Z or Alt Z in your Mac. Again, I'll try to be more sensitive with it. Maybe I will zoom out. Okay, I will undo this and zoom out, so maybe it will be, yes, exactly. Now again with this one, that looks okay, and with this one, okay, so almost there. Maybe it's too much. Yeah, you need to be very accurate with this, so you can see it's not the same, so maybe I will try to zoom out and try it again, and that way, yeah, that looks okay. Not much of a difference between them, so that's fine with me. The next thing will be to actually, you know what, when I think of it, maybe I will yeah, I will cut them to 2 in order to get what I want. So right click on your object, choose edge, make sure you choose this arrow before you do any changes, choose your edge, hold down the control and right click, and then as we did before, edge to ring and to edge ring and split. So it will give you a nice half cut from this cube, and then what you can do is actually the same thing with the offset. So edit mesh, offset edge loop tool, and click on it, and that will be our doors, whatever. Okay, now from here you can decide what you would like to do. If it's going to be a one closet or a closet that have been cut to 2 pieces with 2 different entries, okay, so you really need to make this decision without me explaining it to you. You know, just do whatever you feel like. Now don't pay attention for the other faces that are being selected. It won't change them. It's just a Maya bug or something. Now from here what I would like to do is so let me repeat this. I chose those 4 faces and I will choose those 2 also. Okay, so I chose only those faces, and then what I've done, I click the extrude. You can go over this edit mesh menu and choose extrude, but here is it at the polygon tab. It looks like this. Just click on extrude and then you will get the extrude manipulator. So in the extrude manipulator, choose this red square, okay, and click and hold and drag to the right. So that way our faces will get tinier or something. Okay, now I will try it again to this direction, and also I want to maybe make those vertices over here and those vertices over here straight, so I will try to use the scale tool in order to make them straight. Now I need to get closer in order to see this, so follow me here and right click, choose this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, get zoom in, choose those faces and extrude them again, and this time use the blue arrow in order to bring them inside. Okay, now from here you should bring them a little bit outside, like so, so they're overlapping the walls area, but it's only to define how much inside they are. So I think that looks fine with me. Okay, now tap on F8. Okay, and then what you can do is follow the same instruction like here over those pieces. Now you probably say it's too much work, so let me help you with this. What we can do here from this, after we've done this one, it will look strange for you, this approach, but I promise you in the future, whenever you get into those complicated area in modeling, you will really need this approach because it will help you, and that way things will be easier and fast for you. So what I'm going to do right now is actually I'm going to right click, choose faces, and I'm going to delete all this area of faces. Okay, I'm turning 360 degrees and even zoom in order to see that I really did chose all of them. Okay, and I'm going to delete them all, and that will leave me with this piece. Okay, now what you can do is actually copy this piece, but pay attention good. I'm going to choose Control D to duplicate it, and sorry, excuse me, again we're going to go click this. You see, even though that there is an empty space in between those two pieces, it still acts like one piece. So what you should do is disconnect this part from this one. So we are going to use the extract tool. So first right click on this object, face, choose all these faces in this area, okay, and go over mesh and extract. Okay, now you can see that this piece is highlighted in white and this piece is highlighted in green. Now unselect by clicking on this gray area, choose this arrow, choose only this part, and tap on F8 to bring it back to object mode, which means these green lines. Now we are going to modify and center the pivot for it. Now that means that after we do so, the arrows, or axis arrows, are centered to this particular object. Now we are going to duplicate it, Control D, and we will put it somewhere here. Okay, but first we need to do some cleaning job. Okay, so that means that we are going to right click on this piece, choose face, and we are going to delete those faces in order to connect this piece to this piece. Okay, so choose this one, shift select this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Make sure you don't have any other pieces you need to select, and just tap on the delete key on your keyboard and it will delete it. Now tap on F8 and try to bring it somewhere here. Okay, and now we have some issue that we need to fix. Okay, so those pieces are like they are like apart and we need to connect them. So first we are choosing this one, shift select this one, go over mesh and choose combine. That will parent them together forever, and still we need to connect them. Okay, so in order to connect them you need to right click, choose vertices. Okay, and now it's a patching work, so that will be a little bit difficult, and I hope you already done so. So choose those two vertices. Okay, make sure you chose only them. You can always use shading X-ray in order to see like this if you chose any other vertices point. Okay, so unless you didn't choose, go over mesh edit mesh, and choose merge. Okay, and that will merge those 2 points to the center. Now, because I chose this method, I just want to find the center in between those 2 vertices. So you can do another approach, is first undo that and go over edit mesh, choose it's called merge vertex tool. Okay, so after you chose this from the edit mesh menu, you need to put your mouse cursor, okay, this target sign, over one of those points. You better turn off the X-ray, and you need to choose which part of those parts you want to be connected to the other one. So if you choose the left side to get closer to the right side part, make sure you follow this guideline to the rest of this patching process. So okay, see, you choose this one, don't release it until you get to this point. That way you make sure you connect only those 2 vertices and release. That will patch them together. Again, okay, again, here, those two. Now we need to go to the bottom of this kitchen floor, close it, and now maybe there are no any lines over here, so let's go to the front and start patching them. You see, I'm always I'm starting from the left, the right. Right now it's the right side, and pulling it to the left part. Okay, that way the lines, those loops, will stay at the same line. Okay. Alright, so we have two more dots to patch, and that's it. Tap on F8, and this way you've done with it. Now the only thing you probably want to do is center those 2, okay, those 3 lines in between them, so this closet will look not look awkward. Okay, so choose edge, choose this arrow that will remove the target sign, and shift. Okay, I'm loop selecting those edges, shift select this one, double click on this one, again shift select this one, and shift double click on this one, and now we need to use the move tool in order to move those edges and find the center of this. Okay, so that looks good. Now let me see, you need to repeat this process again, so continue to copy these 2 pieces right now, and let's do the same over here. First we are going to right click, and again we are deleting those 3, F8, and we need to center the pivot. You see, now the pivot is here. This is what means we need to center it. So go over modify, center pivot, and bring it as much as close to this closet, and from here you can shift select this one also, go over mesh, combine, that will combine them both. Now we need only to patch them, so again edit mesh, merge vertices tool, and again like we did before, let's patch those 2 pieces, don't worry if it's going very slow at first. You will get used to it, so just make sure you do it properly. Okay, almost there. Okay, those two. Always make sure that everything is clean and fit the way you want it to be. Now we need to center those edges loops again, so click on this arrow, right click on this and choose edge. Choose this edge, shift double click on this edge, make sure you really select them all. So pay attention very closely for this one, because if you don't pay attention it will ruin your work. See, shift double click this edge, doesn't matter if it's the upper ones or the bottom ones, just make sure you select them all. Okay, and let's use the move tool in order to center this. So yeah, that looks better. F8, and now maybe only maybe if you would like, you can already attach them, okay, and maybe later on do whatever you feel like, or maybe you would like to add one more box to it. So I don't mind, do whatever you want. Taking your mind that we connected a few pieces that didn't been equal, okay, so we needed a little bit extra room in between those closets. So now we have thinner empty space here, so it won't fit the same. So this is why I suggest you only combine those, okay, and then maybe shrink this one or copy this again, and you will have the upper one. So we can get rid of this one and maybe leave it, I'm not sure. In both cases it's really good time to save your file progress. So save scene, and now let me just patch those two. Okay, so I'm selecting this one, shift selecting this one, mesh, combine, and let's do the patching again. Merge vertices tool, choose this one, 2 dots, okay, these 2 dots, these 2 dots, okay, forgot those. Zoom in as much as you can to see it better. Always try to see it from another angle, so that way you will be sure that you're doing it correctly. Again, now we are on this here. Okay, those two, and we're left with those two. Okay, so no one said that it's going to be easy, okay, but you really should get used to it, okay. Things like this are becoming very handy when you want to make things faster, and you won't find any other way to do it unless you made the calculation before, you know, you sketch it before or whatever. So just take this in mind when you start modeling. I'm going to choose these edges, okay, these edges, okay, these loop edges, and delete it because I don't need it, and maybe this edge I'm going to maybe bring it closer. I'm not sure what's the use of it, but let's keep it here. So that's okay. Now we done with this part. Okay, I think it's too long, so I will try to make those parts similar in the length of them. So again, make sure you save what you done, and I will see you soon at the other part, the third part of this series of how to model a kitchen. I know this part was a little bit tricky, but trust me, it will save you a lot of time, and it will, somewhere in the future you will need to start use this method. So that's about it. Have a nice day and see you soon at the third part. Bye.